So, I want to give my 2 cents on the whole Nintendo controversy and all the gaming controversy here. Normally I won't do this, but I figured why not, and let's play a game that Nintendo wishes it created. You are the Grand Z-Star, I'm the lone toad, the other toads are eating cake at Peach's birthday. Amazing. But I'm serious on this one. And what is up with everything going on in the gaming industry lately? I mean, Nintendo literally is going to be the company that is going to destroy gaming. And what's messed up is, they're the company that saved gaming. Back like in the 80s, like in the 80s crash of gaming when E.T. and Atari like destroyed gaming completely. They're the ones who saved it. I just find it ironic that they're going to be the game company that destroys gaming too. Oh, like what a time to be alive, really, if you ask me. That the game company that saved the game is now the company that destroyed the game industry. And like, you gotta think too, like, everything they've done, every controversy they have committed over the years has all led up to some... Oh no, I fell. You gotta think too, like, look at like their track record, right? Their track record of like what they've done thus far. I mean, let's not forget the Etika situation and the whole thing with what was it? What was it that they did? It wasn't the it wasn't what happened to him when he unfortunately I had to say the YouTuber version unalive. It had everything to do with the guy that was making the Joy-Cons. A guy was making Joy-Cons for what happened to a guy was making Joy-Cons now for the Nintendo Switch because Etika used to be a huge Nintendo fan. And one of the things somebody did after he unalived himself is they were making these custom Joy-Cons with his channel's logo. And Nintendo hit him with a cease and desist, even though all the money he was making from the art project was going to unaliving charities. Like, how does that make you look as a company? That makes you look even worse. Yeah, let's hit this whole thing with a cease and desist, even though they're raising money for like a serious cause and a really good charity. But no, let's hit that with the like whole thing because that's somehow affecting Nintendo's sales so badly. Oh, wait, I need these coins. And so badly that they had to hit it with a cease and desist. But then again, look at what they did with what was it? Super Smash Brothers. There's like, you ever wonder why the Melee one is the one that everyone loves using or going with? Well, it's quite simple, really. It's because Melee was the most balanced out of all of them. And if you play, if you play a Super Smash Bros. Brawl, you'll notice that some of the characters are practically broken. Well, they did that on purpose. Meta Knight was purposely made broken to try to discourage the whole competitive play. Like, Nintendo genuinely hates competitive play for some strange reason. Like, they go out of their way to, like, discourage it. I mean, used to be a whole competition. Well, I mean, there still is, but, like, if you follow, like, what happened with what was called the Big House incident, you'll understand why many people have such animosity towards Nintendo. I mean, all the prize money was going to charity. I think it was a cancer charity, actually, too, that a lot of the money that they were raising was going to. But they're like, nope, it's affecting our revenue. All because someone was emulating the game. I think there was a whole thing where everyone had official copies, but they also added a new program called Slippy, named after the Star Fox character. And what happened was, one person was using the emulator. But what do you expect? I mean, not everyone can, like, afford to get Melee. I remember seeing Melee at a game store a while back, and the game was outrageously expensive. I mean, but what do you want from a company that, like, thinks all fan projects are going to affect their revenues somehow? One of the most egregious things that they have ever done is how they treated that fan game, Pokemon Uranium. If you've seen, like, the stuff they've done with that game, like, whole fan project, made by a dedicated fan, no money at all, didn't, like, have a Kickstarter or anything, He was just making this game just for the hell of it because he thought it would be fun. And instead, he gets hit with a cease and desist. I mean, the game had already been out, but because IGN did an article on it where they even said, normally we don't cover fan games, but this game was too good not to cover. Like, if they didn't do that, I think that game would have, like still been on the market, but they figured that that would affect their sales because at the same time when that game was coming out was Pokemon Sun and Moon. And what makes it even more disgusting is that Pokemon Sun and Moon still sell incredibly well. So I don't know what they're talking about, that these fan projects are going to affect their revenue or sales so much. Like, most of the time, the only thing, what's disgusting is how much they, like, keep their back catalog from us. Like, you know what's the hardest game to even get your hands on that I've seen at used game stores for outrageous amounts of money is Mother, or Earthbound. Earthbound is that one game that you'll find at any used game shop for $300. Even on eBay, it's like outrageous. I mean, they have the Nintendo subscription service, but still, I wouldn't trust the subscription service. I mean, what happens when they shut down those servers finally that, like, give you the game? And not to mention, when it comes to Earthbound, there's only, like, that whole series. They finally released the first one that was on the Famicom, but they'll never release the third one that was on Game Boy. Or Mother 3. Or they would probably call it, if they did port it, like, Earthbound, like, I don't know, A New Beginning. Because there's one section in that game they know they can't do anything about, and they can't port it to the United States because, or the West really, because of the controversies with it. Yet no one found it really offensive. In fact, they said it was handled more mature than ever, and that's the transgender pirates in that whole game. Yet no one, like, people have looked at that and said that was handled very maturely, so they don't understand why Nintendo will never, like, release that game. But the best part is, they say how much they hate emulators, yet that's the one game they're okay with you emulating, but anything else somehow affects their revenue. Which makes zero sense. Like, 0 cents at this point. They won't release any of their good games, they won't release any of their old games. I mean, look at how, like, much they botched, like, the Switch 2. I mean, the old former president of Nintendo of America called them out. Like, that's an achievement in itself to get called out that badly. Hey, but they did. But they did. Just because they're like, let's charge you, what is it? Let's charge you $10 for the tour, or basically the tech demo for the Switch 2. Switch Welcome Tour. Like, who fucking does that? Like, that's such an EA tactic, but then again, Doug Bowser, the new president, worked for E3, or, I mean, EA. It's such an EA tactic. Like, it's only a matter of time before they start charging you for, like, basic things in these games. Just you wait. Like, there's gonna be, like, one of the next Mario game, there's gonna be a DLC where how you can play as everybody, they're gonna lock that behind a paywall, I guarantee you. And it's not gonna be good. Or Mario Party. Oh, what's that? You want extra stars? Well, pay $5 and you'll get free stars in the beginning of every match with your friends. That will be the next thing. Like, I just find it funny that we're all complaining about it, but it's like, what do you expect? Doug Bowser was an EA person. They would monetize anything. They turn every game they work on into a pay game. And it's ridiculous. I mean, even their mobile games, you want to make any progress? Well, fork up like $50 or $100. That way you can get the in-game currency. It's ridiculous. What do you want nowadays? I mean, gaming has fallen from the titan it used to be in the early 2000s. Or anything, really. I mean, we're getting charged now for a demo, a tech demo. Like, Reggie said in an article, he had to fight to get the, like, Wii Sports to be added to the Wii. And the Wii sold incredibly just because of that game. Because I remember playing that game all the time with my parents, my brother, everything. Because everybody loved Wii Sports. I mean, I still have great memories of playing, like, Wii Sports with, the Wii Sports with, what is it? Oh man, I forget what it is. What's my score here? I don't really care, but here's the thing.
Okie dokie.
Ouch. That's my grade point average. Yeah, but like, we wonder why Nintendo has fallen so much because we're letting it fall. I mean, gamers had to band together just to get at them to lower the price of the 3DS. But at the same time, I don't know why they're not going to do it. They can't blame tariffs for it because this is the same company that will still charge you for a game that's 8 years old, $50 still. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, here's another great example of that too. You ever seen what's a great example? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Game came out 8 years ago, and it still will cost $50. Go to Walmart right now, and you'll see it in the case for $50. And it's like, isn't this game like 8 years old? Yeah, because they're the only company that refuses to put their games on sale, which is incredible. Well, you'll never see their games in a bargain bin. You'll always see Xbox and PlayStation. Maybe the shovelware games, the third-party shovelware games that no one cares about, but you'll never see, like, a genuine, like, Nintendo games. Like, on the Wii, oh my god, I didn't expect that much from it. Anyway, on the Wii alone, all those games will cost you, or no, not all the, I lost my train of thought there. I'm doing this raw because it's just, I can't stand like what the industry is becoming and what like Nintendo has gotten away with over the years. But then again, like they love to send the cease and desists over everything you do. Oh, I mean, fan projects, they send you a cease and desist. The Pokemon, like a great example is like the Pokemon Uranium thing I was talking about. Like Pokemon Uranium, a huge fan project, but they treat it like it was like Pokemon Generation 0. If anyone remembers that, that one had a genuine reason to get hit with a cease and desist. They set up a Kickstarter. I mean, it's a cool idea to play as a young Professor Oak, but I mean, they knew what was going to happen, I'm sure. Or they've had to have known that they would get hit with a cease and desist by Nintendo. Oh, but think about this. Uranium was that mature story that everyone wanted in a Pokemon game, but will never get because they want that same formula. The same exact formula they have for the Pokemon series. The only reason why they're really going after Pal World so hard is because they couldn't make something like that. Nintendo is so set in their old ways and the formula that they think will always bring in revenue. And it will, but the thing is, people complain about all the right things. Like, look at like how outdated like Pokemon Sword and Shield was when people played it. It still was using the DS style like animation. Like, how do you justify using DS animation still when this is like on your newest top of the line console? And what's even crazier is you have like the games they did on GameCube that still have way better animations, or hell, even the N64 Pokemon Stadium. Like, somehow that had better animation in it, yet this new game, they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna recycle the animation from the Nintendo 3DS instead of making unique animations for the console itself. Yeah, okay, that makes so much sense. I mean, Nintendo has fallen completely, but I genuinely think they were just waiting for Iwata to die. Or, like, to get rid of him in some way. Because he clearly was, like... He was a gamer through and through, and he's even said that. But the way that Nintendo executives are, I feel like they were trying to find a reason to get rid of him. And that whole thing with what happened to him was just what they were waiting for. Because now they went from a corporation to a mega corpo. And they don't care about anybody or the gamers themselves. We're just wallets to them. They don't care about anything we do. They don't care about us anymore. Or they are not gamers anymore. I mean, it's sad to see, really. It's sad to see the company that always was like, felt like they were there for us. It's just fall. But I just find it very ironic and kind of funny, though, that the company that saved the industry is now the company that's killing the industry. Like, irony, if you ask me. But at this point, I don't know what's gonna happen. It just feels like gaming now more than ever feels more like it's on life support. Feels more and more like it's on life support, and that's the sad part. I mean, we see how games are selling nowadays, and then we have Nintendo just ruining it. I mean, $80 for a physical copy. I mean, $80 for the digital copy, and what was it? $90 for the physical copy, and it's not even really a physical copy. Like, that phrase, gamers should get used to the idea of not owning their games. Yeah, I think that is the truth, really. I think that is the truth, that we should get used to not owning games anymore, because no one will want to play games anymore, because you got these corporations that are charging outrageous amounts. And if Rockstar decides to go that route and charge, what is it? They want to charge $100 for... whatever. If they want to charge $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6... Well, you know what? Grand Theft Auto 6 better be like an absolute fucking masterpiece. It needs to outshine Red Dead Redemption 2 then. It needs to be 20 times better than Grand Theft Auto 5. It needs to be an absolute masterpiece of a game. Like it needs to, like, show me why it earned that $100 price tag. Otherwise, it's just another garbage game that somebody wasted money on. And I don't know. And then Nintendo needs to chill with these cease and desists. The truth really is, it's not just that they think it hurts their intellectual property, it's that they just can't stand that the fans do it better. The fans give what people actually genuinely want, and that is more like games. I mean, look at this, is for starters. Super Mario 64. People want more of this, but it's ironic too that the company that... This is a ROM hack, or a... Yeah, it's a ROM hack / emulator, and what's ironic is that Nintendo hates emulation, but yet they'll allow you to emulate Mother 3, and they used an emulator themselves to make the All-Star Collection. Also, I found it very interesting. You notice how the All-Star Collection was the one thing that was left out of that whole thing? It's because they knew they effed up with that one royally. I mean, no Super Mario Galaxy 2, all the games were exactly identical to their original hardware, yet I'm pretty sure what it would have been a cool addition for their HD remakes of all these games was, like, the Luigi mode. Like, you know how cool that would have been if they added, like a whole thing in that, like a secret bonus that you could unlock Luigi in all those games? Like, we knew Luigi was we knew Luigi was in Super Mario 64 via the Giga Leak, but yet we still don't have anything else after that. And it's just ridiculous because it's like they could do so much more. Like, what that whole, like, what was it? Oh god, what the All-Star Collection should have been should have actually been what the gamers would want, and that's a whole revamp of the game. I mean, people want ray tracing in this, yet they're like, oh, we're doing it to keep the preservation of the game. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you actually cared about the preservation of the game, then you would have added classic mode. I mean, was that really hard? But they won't do anything like that. They just want to make really bad choices for us gamers. This game here is what they should have made for, like, the sequel, or even, like, just in general, really, actually. They should have done something like this for Super Mario 64, but they don't. But they didn't. Look at this. I mean, the fans know how to do it better, but, like, when they see it, Nintendo sees it, and they're like, oh, that hurts our intellectual property. Take it out. Take it down. Take it down. Oh, I don't want to see anything else now. I mean, Nintendo is a company that will not be satisfied unless it has completely destroyed the industry itself. I mean, excuse me there. I mean, when was the last time they really innovated anything? I mean, all their 3D games are played the same. All their other games, their Pokemon games are all the same. And they only went after Pal World because it was different. That was the game that they wish they made. And the thing is, too, the way Iwata was, how he was a gamer through and through, he would have loved that game. He probably would have snuck away at, like, if E3 was still a thing, just to play it, just to see what the hype is like. Because that's the type of person he was. But that type of person is no longer in Nintendo. Instead, we got just corpos. These people don't understand that they are the... These people don't understand... Oh no. These people don't understand they're going to be the death of the industry. And they act as though that what they're doing is going to help the industry. But really they're not. It's just corporate greed. All in all. Just in general, corporate greed. And it's just disappointing to see I mean, Nintendo was never our friends to begin with, but it's just sad to see a company that 90% of people or 90% of gamers grew up with just turn into a greedy mega corporation that's like giving EA a run for their money. But then again, what do you want? The fact that Doug Bowser, used to work for EA. I mean, EA, hey man, and every game company now is using the EA model. DLC or upcharge everybody on whatever it is, and now they're upcharging people games because they think, oh, people put a lot of time into that. Yeah, okay, that doesn't give you the right to overcharge the price again on it. So I put a lot of hours in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or The Legend of Zelda Tears of a Kingdom. That doesn't justify its new price tag of what is it, $90? Oh, but I own the games on on the Switch 1. But hey, for $10 whole, I can get the graphics update. I mean, there used to be a joke ROM hack called if EA made Super Mario 64, and that was one of the joke DLCs you could unlock was better graphics because you were stuck on low poly graphics. Which is funny that meme or that joke became true. So we're stuck on low poly graphics, or the low graphics that the Switch should have been able to handle. But instead we got, I have no idea what we got. I have no idea. Instead we have the Switch that putters along half of the time, and now they want to put Red Dead Redemption 2 on it. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna look like ass on that console. You know it, too. It's gonna look so bad on that console, it's not even gonna be playable. Oh, in fact, your Switch might explode while playing it. I mean, think about all the detail that that game had originally in it. And then think about, like, the power of the Switch. The Switch isn't gonna be able to handle that. I mean, I think it barely handled Skyrim as it was. I think it barely handled Skyrim, and then you have people just still defending Nintendo. Defending them over this crappy business practices. You can't defend this. This is just offensive to gamers. But hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, Nintendo just hates the Nintendo just hates their fans, but yet loves them. Oh please, we know you want such and such as a game, but no, we won't give you that at all, because we're Nintendo. Instead, we want your money. Also, fuck you. That's basically what they say. Fuck you at the end of all their, little Nintendo Directs and Treehouses. They should just have a guy that just said, oh, by the way, fuck you. Because that's what they say with these prices. I mean, they think of us as nothing more than... They just see us all as dollar signs. That's really what it is. They never cared about us. They don't care about us anymore. We're no longer special. Or, well, we were never really special, I should say. I don't know why I said that, but still. Oh, I just find it ridiculous that you have people defending Nintendo for what they do, or what they're doing. Like, they should not be, protected for what they do. I mean, I mean, look at, like I keep bringing it up, Pokemon Uranium, and then there was that Metroid clone. If it was Sega, they'd be hiring those people. If Nintendo was smart, they'd be hiring these people. Well, I mean, wouldn't you? As a game company? I mean, Sonic... What was it? Sonic Mania. Literally made by the fans for the fans. And Sega saw it and thought it was too good for it to just be free and just a fan project, that they hired all 5 of the people and they continued making the game afterwards, to the point where it was like the best-selling Sega game on the Switch. It's like, that's what you should be doing, hiring these people, not hitting them with cease and desists because, oh, you're hurting my intellectual property, even though I do barely anything with these characters or anything with the game. You know what? They treat all their old franchises terribly. I mean, one franchise I remember growing up with was Star Fox. When was the last time we got a good Star Fox game? Oh, that's right. The last time we got a Star Fox game was on the Wii U. And let's see, hey, how did the Wii U pan out? One of the worst selling consoles since the Virtual Boy. The worst part is, too, Iwata was such a good guy that this, the Wii U was so terrible that he was the one who took the pay cut so none of the employees at Nintendo would get hit with the pay cut. Like, what CEO does that? That's probably why the board of directors absolutely most likely hated him in secret. I mean, he didn't see everybody as dollar signs or his employees as lowly workers. No, he saw them as people, and that's why he took the pay cut for the Wii U's failure. But, hey, Nintendo has what they want now. Oh, and they have Doug Bowser, who single-handedly seems like he wants to destroy Nintendo's reputation. And the fact, too, is that they got called out by Reggie Fils-Aimé really just shows, like, how much they have fallen from the Titan that we all know, to basically an EA junior in the making. Then again, Sony also is going up there. Like, every game company and major company now is using the EA model. Find whatever we can to monetize. And that's going to be the death of the industry, really. But that's what they want. They want you to be the top dogs of all of gaming, but they are not anymore. These companies are falling apart. These companies are not going to last. I mean, for fuck's sake, indie games manage to do 10 times better and pull in more money than most of these companies. Yet, and it's the indie, and plus, indie games are half priced in most of these, like, incredibly expensive games. Like, I can't believe some of the prices that indie games get away with versus, like, what major game companies have. They have whole teams, yet, and half the cost, and for half the cost of a regular game. Sometimes these indie games are just $30, and yet they somehow play way better, they somehow are more enjoyable, and somehow they can hold their own against mega corporation games without even breaking a sweat. I mean, you want to know what's really ridiculous is how much Power World costs. $30 for that game, when that game is like a huge corporation style game, but yet it only costs $30. Now, if Sony or Nintendo made it, it'd be like $60 somehow. Yet Power World is more innovative and more like control. Like, the game was made so well with better controls, better UI, everything. And Nintendo wishes they could make that. That's why they're suing it. They want to get rid of it because they don't want competition. Iwata would see that and be like, well, finally we have some healthy competition because we're the only company that has a game where you capture small animals with spears. And somehow a GTA mod might have helped them save them from that one. But it's just amazing, like, how much Nintendo has fallen. I don't feel like doing this. Well, that's my 2 cents in all of it. I just feel bad, like, I don't know, it hurts. It really does hurt. Because I was looking forward to the Nintendo Switch 2, but then to find out, like, that they want to charge me practically an arm and a leg. No one can afford that nowadays. You can't blame inflation. You're the only game company out there that will still charge $50 for games that are years old, or 8 years old. If they could, and I mean this, if they could, they would somehow still charge you for your cartridges. They would still charge you $40 or 80 or even just outrageous amounts. They would still somehow find a way to charge you for that much money, because they just care about making as much money as they possibly can, to the point where it's now borderlines on ridiculous. Because where are they going to make this money, and where are they going to get it from? And who do they think? Like, people can't afford half of this shit. People can barely afford groceries nowadays, yet they're like, oh yeah, people are going to want to buy the Switch. I mean, yeah, people are going to buy the Switch, but it's all going to be just Nintendo fanboys that are going to buy the Switch, that have, like, disposable money and income like that. Not everyone does. Not everyone has the disposable income like they think they do, like they think people do. It's just... like, where do they think they're gonna make this money? Where do they think? I mean, they'll make money, yeah, but I'd wait, because you know damn well some guy is going to just go out there and he's going to make the Nintendo Switch 2 emulator, and that's how people are gonna play their Nintendo's games. Because no one wants to give those crooks any of our money. None of those people want to give those crooks money. I mean, would you? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to give any of them money anymore. Like, it's just... I mean, Nintendo's become a fallen titan of what it used to be all about. And it's just sad to know, that Nintendo, it might be the end of the industry. They're the company that saved the industry, and they're the company that ended the industry. And I think right there is awe-telling in itself. And it's very sad. Like, I think everybody here has great memories of playing Nintendo games and are just crushed that a company that they loved, that claimed that they loved the fans, is going this route and overcharging everybody. But let's face it, after Iwata died, they became what they never were before. After that, that's when the cease and desist started flying more. That's when they just became greedy about everything. I guarantee you, it's going to get to the point where all fan games are going to be illegal. Like, legitimately illegal. Even those crappy horror games, anything. If Nintendo wants to charge us like $80 or $90 and $450 for their console, I guarantee you one of these days it's going to get to the point where they will get to the point where they will completely decimate every fan project, fan game, anything. And I wouldn't be surprised if one day they just eventually, like, screw it, go after the Etsy stores, like, everything. Because if they're going to be this greedy with the Switch 2, who knows what they're going to do in the future after that. And that's the scary part. Like, I think if they don't lower the price and, like, do something about it, it could be the death of the industry as a whole. Well, anyway, that's my 2 cents. I hope I didn't bore you, and I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Anyway, Undead Tanuki signing off. You have a pleasant evening. Peace.